Hi friends. So today's our topic is artificial intelligence, and it's more descriptive discussion to understand it's in a easy and facile way. So now what is AI? Basically AI stand for artificial intelligence, and we can define it in a very simple manner like AI is the simulation of intelligence in machines that are programmed to interpret data and learn that data and make the decision like humans. So we can understand in more easy and exemplary way like as we know aware about the children's growing with the times and they learn the things with the times growing ahead. Similar way actually AI learning the things when it's time moving ahead. So now we can understand when children's were born, they were not aware about the surrounding them, but when they are growing, similarly they noticed each and every activity and they interpret through their observation and they act according to their observation, and even they used to show the more intelligence and more creative and more acceptable response from their activities in terms of everything actually activities, creativities, understanding, and their behavior to others and other activities also. Same way actually, if you are talking about the simple example of AI chat gpt now, so chat gpt one of example of AI tools. So when it came in maybe 2 3 years or 4 years back, when ChatGPT was not that much capable to do things properly. Even ChatGPT used to make some of big mistakes also that time. But as time is as time is increasing, ChatGPT actually even they launch different of ChatGPT version like ChatGPT 5, ChatGPT 40, GPT-O, and etc. But if you're talking about uh, the ChatGPT or original version, so that was not that much. But when it's growing with time, so the intelligence of that chat gpt actually evolve in a better way. So that is the uh, act of AI after interacting with its data as well as the other activity interaction through the human beings and other computers. So therefore, if you are talking about today era, so now chat gpt is very uh, fast, more precise, more accurate, and more predictable, more correctly interpret the data compared to the last few years. So therefore chat gpt or AI actually learning like a child learns their surrounding environment and act according to that. So therefore uh, and we can actually in simply way to understand this from this graph, uh, where we can say that as age of children's growing with time, so the intelligence or efficiency of their activities and their means uh, act, their means interprets the data they from their own understanding is increasing, or if it's evolving in a better way. So similarly, if we can compare these things with chat gpt or AI models, so they are also actually doing the same things when they comes maybe few years back. If you are talking the from the its basic version, Alexa and the Siri came in 2010, that time that was not capable, but they are doing something that time also. But when into we are talking about 2020, it's doing so much better compared to the previous version. And now in 2025, we all we are all about or aware about it. The chat gpt is now most powerful tool to interpret the data in a very fast and very precise and accurate way. So this is the figure. We can understand the evolution of ChatGPT with time. Now we can understand its history. So coming to history, actually Professor John McCarthy was the founder member of the artificial intelligence, and he given the name in his proposal, uh, in his research proposal actually, at the uh, Dartmouth College in USA. And along with that, he had his other colleague also who contributing uh, in this big invention a lot, like Alan Turing, Marvin Minsky, Alan Newell, Herbert A. Simon and Minsky, Nathaniel and Rockstar, Claude E. and Shannon, etc. So uh, if we talking about the evolution of ChatGPT with time, so now we can say its evolution happened in 1956, and then uh, later, uh, decade by decade, in 1960 uh, Joseph Vision Bow developed a NLP program, and then next decade, 1970, the ability of the machine to make decision on their own uh, was made possible. And then in next era, in 1980s, companies adopted expert of machine learning systems to improve the business process. And then in 1990, IBM showcased how AI could solve complex problems. And then in 2000, an autonomous car by Google, with the help of machine learning and AI, launched as well as. And then in next decade, in 2010, market of AI experienced exponential growth of more than 35 US billion, uh, 35 US billion dollar in investment. And then now if you are talking about this decades, so it's have so many potential, so many application in different areas and different sectors of the market and technologies, as well as education sector, as well as media, content writer, etc. So, and it's also help to personalized shopping experience. So now we can understand the how ChatGPT evolved in the past 75 years. We can understand this one, and how it will be change the world in a better and positive way in future. So now we are coming to the back. What are the things Professor McCarthy mentioned in his proposal? So, in his proposal, actually, he mentioned the study is to proceed on the basis of the conjecture. Conjecture basically is a undeveloped something concept or formula in mathematics, that every aspect of learning or any other features of intelligence can in principle be precisely described, that a machine can be made to simulate it. So in a simple way we can say that he claimed that we can make a machine to interpret the data like we are human being interpret the data in a course of time period. Like suppose somebody giving me data to a human, or me. So now maybe it's have maybe 10 pages of word file or 20 pages of word file. So definitely I will take the interpret the 10 pages data maybe few hours, or maybe some days, for depend on individual person and their capabilities. So therefore that time, Professor McCarthy and his colleagues originated this idea, and they were very visionary scientists and they thought if we develop such kind of program in machine, so machine can interpret that data and can learn from that data, and they analyze or they give the result in a very quick and short and precise way. So that is the main concept of the Professor McCarthy and his colleagues in 1956. But as we aware, there is lots of research happening between this 75 years, or maybe around 60 years, or maybe we can lump sum measure it like a 50 years. So therefore 50 years takes to happen its implement real world problems and real world activity. It's actually already aware about that if something happening in mind as a thought, so that idea takes a longer period time to develop in front of real world activity on their use. So now we can understand more deeply for this happening, or this time evolution and effort of the McCarthy and other AI scientists. So we have this actually map where we can understand the evolution of the AI through the decades. Here I mention maybe 2-3 decades, or 3 decades data simultaneously. So first AI boom comes in 1950 to 1980, but that was actually saturated in the mid of 1965. Then second AI boom came actually in 1985, but it's not that much intense compared to the its previous stage boom which was happened around 1965. But in next era after 2000, actually it's growing exponentially, because so many researcher or computer scientists actually, as well as mathematician, they did a very best in their efforts, and they make this idea to implement in a technological way where everyone can use in very precise and effortless way as we are using nowadays. Now coming to the next part of this video, as we know that AI have several core components. So like first, learning. So it's learning how AI can learn. So AI basically learning from acquiring the data. AI acquire the data. How acquire the data? It's taking the data from us, or we are giving the data by using the AI tools. So that definitely we are giving the data to the AI. So now second, it's reasoning. When we giving the data to that particular AI tools, so definitely it's have the power to reasoning and to drawing conclusion or making its prediction after analyzing or acquiring the data. Then after predictions, it's try to solve by using their logic or their some feedback or some already known concept, and according to that it suggests the solution from that particular problems, and even then it create its perception also. Now by interpreting the data from the world, like for example images, sounds. Now suppose we have some we have a port. In port there are several fishes moving inside the water. So now it's definitely it will a very beautiful scenery. So now that scenery AI can make in very so many different beautiful ways. So that is called actually AI perceptions. So we can use from by using different AI tools available nowadays. Now then coming to the next component, language understanding. It's understand the language, different kinds of language, and interpret and responding to the humans or interacting peoples. Suppose I am working on particular AI tools, like I am working with ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT can be talk talks with me in different languages. Similarly, if I am going to use another tool, definitely they can have the capability to talk with me, or other peoples also too, to communicate his her thoughts in different language, depends on our individual choice. So now coming to the next now AI types, and how the capability evolve with time in AI. So now we can understand here I mention three AI types, or its capability depends on different types. First is narrow AI. So basically, and second one is general AI, and third one is super AI. So now narrow AI performs a specific task. Suppose for example chat gpt, it's actually we are giving some data to the chat gpt or asking some questions, so that's replying our answer. Similarly siri and facial recognition. Now similarly general ai can actually interact with like human level intelligence across all tasks. Is still theoretical, but maybe in future definitely it will be implemented and come to the real world applications. Now third one is super ai. What is that? Actually super ai is a super passes human intelligence, purely speculate for now, means actually it's just thinking, and how it's work very amazingly, where humans cannot imagine, but it's still it's not coming to the real world. Maybe it will take time and it will come in future. So now coming to the next, we can discuss the technologies available nowadays, which actually means working based on the artificial intelligence or ai inputs or outputs, like machine learning. Machine learning is the actually key of ai technology. So it's machine learning, why it's like it's a computer based software where it can learn by using the different acquiring data and training by trained through the different algorithms, and then algorithms interpret the data and give the output. And now coming to the next level of the ai technologies, like we can say neural network and deep learning. Actually they are also mimicking the human's brain structures. And then next level is coming to the natural language processing, nlp. It's also understanding the human language, different we have so many languages across the world. So definitely it's for the one person it's difficult to understand or communicate the each language, but ai can capable to communicate in so many different languages simultaneously. Last ai technology now computer vision, interpreting images and videos and making some other extra after addition their own creativity. So this technology actually today's era mind blowing, and they help us a lot to move faster and interpret the data more precisely and communicate our thoughts or our work or our means anything we can we can actually communicate through using this technology. So many application I will discuss in later videos. Now coming to the last part of this video, how these application or ai technologies working currently in many fields, like chatbots, virtual assistant, chatbot and virtual assistant. Actually it's working like a humans, or like the, call center. They instead of keeping the some one person and which cannot available 24 hours and 2365 days, continuously, but chatbots and virtual assistant can be available 24 by 7, 365 days continuously without any uh, without any leave. So another application is healthcare diagnostics. So healthcare diagnostic, now we can say it's very important for everyone. It's depend, it's actually very important parts of the human lives. So now suppose human, how healthcare diagnostic can help, because if we are working in somewhere without help of any AI tools, so definitely that data will take so much or will take longer time. Suppose doctor can predict the x-ray or maybe some data, but if they are using AI assisted diagnostic tool, so their job will be easy and more faster. So that I think this will be also a breakthrough support, or means mind-blowing support in diagnostic healthcare diagnostic field. And now coming to the third application, the finance fraud detection. So we are now all our we are all aware about the happening finance fraud nowadays, and it's very actually bad thing for everyone, and it's crucial to detect before it's happened. So therefore AI can assist in this field also, by analyzing and by actually by detect that particular person or hackers who are doing to financing fraud with anyone. So it's also a great great help for the human. Now coming to the self-driving car, now there are so many self-driving car around the world is available nowadays. So now what is the technology behind them? Only AI actually is a tools where this technology. Now coming to the research and scientific explorations. So now in scientific exploration, we have so many research area. Maybe I'm just explaining some of them, like physics, chemistry, biology, material science, and even computer science and other catalysis. If I'm going to sub branch, space science, and some of sensor, electronics, optoelectronics, so many fields, solar cell, etc. So by using the AI tools, assisted AI tools, we can make the data interpretation more faster, more precise. Even researcher can get the more thoughtful idea by using the AI tools, and they can be future technologies can be contribute in a very positive and more supporting to the human's life. So these applications still actually comes under the AI tools, where currently AI is helping to the humans and other professions of humans being, where we can using or implemented AI technology in future. We can use them to make our life more precise, more accurate, more thoughtful, more effortless, or more deliverable. So thank you so much. Hope this video will be very helpful for the students, and thank you so much again. And like, subscribe and like my channel, so it motivated me, and I will keep posting new videos related to the AI and related technology and another one.